Well, here we are, and you are having class today from the comforts of my kitchen. So I'll invite you into my home, and we're not, as you know, in our school because of classes being canceled at USC. What I would like to do, though, is to try to continue as much as possible with some of the things that we were going to do in class so that we don't get too far behind. And as I told someone today, I had 8 hours worth of things scheduled for you, and trying to already cram that into 6 hours. So it will make me feel better, and just to know that we're continuing our learning in spite of not being together tomorrow in our community of learners. So with that, on your agenda, which is already posted on Blackboard, one of the first things I had listed was for a read aloud, and it was also on our agenda last week, and that read aloud is Ish by Peter Reynolds. On the agenda there are two questions. The first question is, who is the teacher, or who is the teacher? So as you listen to me read this text, I want you to consider who is the teacher here, especially in relation to the second question, the conditions for learning, or the conditions of learning. So you're paying attention to who's doing the teaching and what are the conditions for learning that are taking place throughout this text. So again, you're listening to Ish, and it's by Peter Reynolds. Ramon loved to draw. Anytime, anything, anywhere. One day, Ramon was drawing a vase of flowers. His brother Leon leaned over his shoulder. Leon burst out laughing. "What is that?" he asked. Ramon could not even answer. He just crumpled up the drawing and threw it across the room. Leon's laughter haunted Ramon. He kept trying to make his drawings look right, but they never did. After many months and many crumpled sheets of paper, Ramon put his pencil down. "I'm done." Marisol, his sister, was watching him. "What do you want?" he snapped. "I was watching you draw," she said. Ramon sneered. "I'm not drawing. Go away." Marisol ran away, but not before picking up a crumpled sheet of paper. "Hey, come back here with that." Ramon raced after Marisol, up the hall, and into her room. He was about to yell, but fell silent when he saw his sister's walls. He stared at the crumpled gallery. "This is one of my favorites," Marisol said, pointing. "That was supposed to be a vase of flowers," Ramon said, "but it doesn't look like one." "Well, it looks vase-ish," she exclaimed. "Vase-ish?" Ramon looked closer. Then he studied all the drawings on Marisol's walls and began to see them in a whole new way. "They do look ish," he said. Ramon felt light and energized. Thinking ishly allowed his ideas to flow freely. He began to draw what he felt, loose lines quickly springing out without worry. Ramon once again drew and drew the world around him. Making an ish drawing felt wonderful. He filled his journals. Ramon realized he could draw ish feelings too. His ish art inspired ish writing. He wasn't sure if he was writing poems, but he knew they were poem-ish. And down here is a poemish poem. It says ponder. Pond, ponder, dream yonder, pond, pond, yond, yawn, gleam, wonder. And he signed his name. One spring morning, Ramon had a wonderful feeling. It was a feeling that even Ish words and Ish drawings could not capture. He decided not to capture it. Instead, he simply savored it. And with that, that's the end of the text. So as you think about it, I want you to pause for just a moment and reflect on, again, who is the teacher in this text, and then what were the conditions that were established for the learner in this piece. So we'll consider that as we move forward with thinking about these conditions.